Hello everyone, welcome to the session. Guys, I'm audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we are starting the session. No issues. So just a recap of last week what we have learned and completely what is AA, the family of AA. So where I have been shared the notes. Anyone have gone through the notes? In the WhatsApp group, I have shared the Word document till last week what
Yes.
we have been learned. Yeah.
Yes.
So okay, thanks for the confirmation. Now just a recap. What is totally like data analytics? We have been discussed data science, which is after that AI, artificial intelligence. We are having two things in that mainly machine learning, deep learning. Machine learning is like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. In deep learning, neural networks, in subparts, MLP, CN, RN, it is not required for us to understand from a testing purpose perspective. And the next important is transformers, where we have been discussed last week what exactly transformers is like, tokens, embeddings, generations, encoder and decoder. So it is going to help and predict the next one. So after that, NLP, natural language processing, which understands the language. Then LLM. LLM is nothing but it is identifying the next word in the large set of word, which is using the capability of transformers. From that LLM, we are utilizing it, the capabilities. Next is GPT. It's like a type of GPT, type of LLMs. GPT consists of Chat GPT, Anthropic. Next one is
So,
generative AI.
are you
Yeah.
sharing your screen?
Oh, sorry. I'm really sorry. I thought I'm sharing my screen. Yeah. Hope is it visible?
Yes, we can see now.
Yeah. So as of now, I have been discussed the plan. If you have guys gone through the documentation, I have given already attached the image here so that you can understand well. And we have been discussed till last week is like LLM, GPT, and generative AI. Generative AI is nothing but from where we are going to generate the text, images, voice. Okay. And the next concepts is advanced concepts, which is RAG, AI agent, agentic AI, and MCP. Now we will get basic introduction of what RAG. By default, we are going to learn in the next week, so I'm not going to touch it. I will just tell you what AI agents, agentic AI, and MCP. That is the basic difference we should know. So, what exactly AI will do? Let me design here. Agent, agentic, agentic AI, and lastly MCP, Model Context Protocol. Okay. First, we will go with what is AI agent. So normally we are seeing the chatbots and Alexa and some of the sample AI tools. What exactly it will do? If we give an action, it will give the response in the chatbot. In the chatbot, ask query. It will give the answer. That's it. What AI agent is doing, if you are going to give the query, it is going to answer. It only works what you do. It won't have any brain or anything to think of its own. So that is the limitation of AI agent. Right now, what we are working with the chatbots and everything is like AI agents only. Okay. To be very simple, I can say AI agents means whatever the question you ask, it will give the response. It doesn't think on its own. It won't think on its own. Now, later, what they have been done by the developers, by the companies, they have seen something which customers are asking for, where I need everything has to be done from one particular agent, not simply we are asking, where it has to take the own decisions. where it has to understand the challenges and everything it has to think, and from there it has to decide. So what exactly agentic AI is like? It will, first thing is like it will think like a human and it plans. Then it will take decisions and it will make multiple steps it by itself. It will think of what has to be done. It has to make a permutation calculations if you ask any task in such a way. So like consider one small example where mostly we are working in the automation as a testers, right? So initially what you used to do, we have to work on a lot, like where we have to create the framework. We have to select the tools. We need to create a framework. And again, we need to design the if you are working on Java, you need to keep the dependencies, or Playwright, you need to keep the dependencies. You need to install the codes, commands, list of things are there. And finally, you're going to say, I want the output in such a way, like HTML output. By default outputs, we are not going to like. We have to create on our own reports. So now consider one of the things. Now you have the choice of agentic AI. Okay, now in the agentic AI, you are going to give a prompt in such a way that where consider that I am having a chatbot application. I need to test the chatbot application. So what I'm thinking, I need to create with a playwright application. I'm using a tool playwright which is having TypeScript. From there, I want to get the results total. These are my list of test cases I'm attaching. You will list it out everything. And finally, you are just clicking run one button. Then it has the capability of things, plans, and take decisions, and you are asking to give the output, how you are supposed to see it, and it will understand the things and it will provide the final output. Okay, it just works like a human brain, so it can plan, act, and improve. This is the capability of agentic AI. Okay, clear till now? If you want to see agentic
Sorry
AI,
to interrupt.
yeah, sure.
Actually, due to health issues, I lost the trainings of the last week.
Okay,
So today is my first session, but so far it's good. And like, I will go through the previous recordings slowly, like today and tomorrow. But do you
okay.
think I can take these sessions because I liked
Yes,
so far you told?
yeah, I
Because
have
I did
cleared
not
so
attend
far.
from 23rd till today, four
Yeah,
classes.
okay, no issue with that. I have been given the basics of what exactly AI. You will understand the family of AI and its structure. So it's a give a basic glimpse what exactly going in the background. Even if it is not there, you are good to go with that. To understand from the prompt engineering part, you are going to see it.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. So till now everyone is clear, right? What is AI agent? What is agentic AI?
So the thing is, agentic AI will think with the help of LLMs only, right? Still.
Uh, Not exactly with the LLMs. LLMs will help in a different way. It may different like LLM models will be there. It will help you. Like if you are taking GPT model 4.1 or GPT-5, it will help you in thinking.
But how agentic AI thinks? Like thinking means it obviously needs some LLM, right?
Yes, exactly. So the best agentic AI is like you are having Copilot,
Okay.
where the copilot is completely predefined with a lot of models. In that, you need to select the models, and also copilot will help you with the models with Claude, Anthropic, and you can see different models as well, Grok. These are the models you are having. So in that, once you have been utilized agent in Visual Studio, you are having the option. Okay, Visual Studio on the right side. Once you have been enabled with the GitHub, you are able to see all these options. From there, you are going to have a chart window. From the chart window, you need to enable the particular model which you are choosing. Depends upon the price as well. Suppose if you are choosing the latest model, which is ChatGPT 5.2 or 5.3, the price may depend upon the embeddings and at the same time the tokenizers. So it depends, we need to choose. When you are going with coding, you want to develop the same coding, you can see you can go with ChatGPT 4.1 mini, In such a way, you have to plan it, or Claude, Anthropic, whatever your choice is. From there, you are going to develop it. Okay, agentic AI.
Okay.
Yeah. Now coming to MCP, most of the people get confused that agentic AI and MCP is both same. No, there is completely difference. Agentic AI will thinks like and acts like a human. It takes decision on its own. But coming to MCP, it helps by connecting it with the applications or tools. Like we can say MCP is an integration, like one kind of integration from one source to other source. How the APIs will do in such a way. Integration helps in integration, like apps, you can consider tools, any AI tools which is having applications, data, APIs, etc. Suppose like if you want to send, if you want to connect, you have a ChatGPT model, okay, and where you need to connect your, you have been customized designed by your company. One ChatGPT, one chat model has been designed where you want to integrate your emails and your WhatsApp work and everything, where it has to integrate and push it, which is important. In such a way, you have been designed the MCP. The main part is like you are just making the bridge. Okay, from NCP to agentic AI or some other thing, you are making a bridge to connect between these two, and it has to work in parallel. So in simple language, we can say MCP is like a bridge. Yeah. So it's a good concept. We need to understand. It's a deep. Again, if you want to create a MCP, again we have the used to Visual Studio. From there, we need to create the agent. From there, we can connect the MCP. Like if you want to connect your MCP with, I can give an example real time. Take if you are using Jira or Azure. On once you have been opened the application Jira or Azure, on the right side, like where you are having the username, in that you are having the settings. You need to check for the API key. Once the API key is there, then go to again Visual Studio MCP, search for the connection where you are going to give a prompt like connect my MC, connect my Jira with that. Then definitely it is going to connect. From there, you are going to pull the data. Like if you want to run the test, you want to write a test cases for that one. Simply you will say that this is my user story with user story number and the user story name. And after that, you are going to say these are the test cases. I want to design 100 test cases by following the different test type methods and provide me in the Excel. So after you're connecting with the two things with the Visual Studio, from there with the help of MCP, you are connecting with the Azure or Jira. From there, you are going to generate that. Clear?
Can you please repeat this again? This Jira to this Visual Studio integration.
Yeah. Okay. Consider that you have MCP. Plugin is there in Visual Studio. Okay. In Visual Studio, in the chart window, you are having that. Okay. There it is chart window where you are providing the API key. Okay. Where from this Jira or Azure. From there, you are going to get an access from your like if I'm the person Jay is working on the, I am having the username. From there, I'm going to fetch the API key, and in the chat window, I'm going to paste it here, my API key. Then I will write a prompt that showcasing this is my user story, which is PBI user story and the story number. I will keep it here in a prompt, and I will say this consider the user story. Now provide me the list of test cases for this where I need to cover end-to-end test cases and what type of test types you need. Like you can explain like a positive, negative, edge cases, all you can list it out. And after that, you have to say provide me in the Excel sheet. You have to provide the format as well, which everything comes under prompt engineering. you need to provide and next click a button. Then everything will be taken care of by the MCP in the Visual Studio because we have already given the access to the API key. There is no need to go for username or password. Nothing is required until unless it prompts. So by default, API key is there. It will connect with the MCP with the Jira or Azure, and directly you can work it. It consider it is one of like agent. Clear?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, in real time I can't showcase because outside if I want to purchase the same, it's cost more because initially previous it was very less cost. Now they have been increased the prices for depending upon the usages. So I'm unable to do. Okay, fine.
Sorry,
And
one
now,
question.
yeah, please.
Yeah, so like both MCP and AI, agentic AI both can take actions if we give access, right?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Uh, I just want to say that if you tell that, okay, by giving access or username password for your API keys, they can go into the Jira and integrate by themselves. That's what MCP does, right?
Yes. MCP is like integration part. Yes.
And what about agentic AI? Does it also do the same thing, or
No.
can you give an example of that?
So if you consider you want to integrate the Azure with agentic AI, but agentic AI not have the capability to go through your Azure like Jira. It can't because there is not having any bridge. If you ask, if you give the description, anything, just pull out all the data from your PBA and paste it here and ask like I need to create the data and test case everything the same. But the thing is like it can't directly connect with the Azure where
Okay,
you need MCP features. MCP is like an integration part,
okay, got it.
communication bridge. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, thanks. Shall we move to the next topic where the important one is like prompt engineering?
Is
Sorry, here in agentic AI, suppose we are using Claude in VS Code, right? Like, so when we ask it, changes some code and like ask us whether to accept or not. Will this
Yes,
be coming under agentic AI example or like?
it comes under agentic only. Until unless you are not integrating with MCP, it will work with the agentic only.
Okay.
It is taking the action, right? So you are asking in a prompting, you are asking, this is the code, modify it, and I'm expecting this is the output. Just you have given the command, rest, it is taking the idea, it is taking the thoughts, it is making the plan, it is giving the output of how you have been asked it. Okay. On top of it, it will give the provide, and everything has been updated. Finally, you need to check, run, and check. If you are satisfied, click on keep changes. If you are not satisfied, click on revert. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give some real-time examples for all the three? Because I know ChatGPT is an AI agent. So similarly, like agentic AI, and what is the example of MCP, so that we can know, we can correlate what you told.
Yeah, these are the topics which has been covered for understanding purpose. It is not in the course. So if it is like a AA agent, maybe we can do in this upcoming classes, not with the MCP. If I want MCP, I need to get an access where the pricing is more. It can be. Okay.
Sorry, one last question. Can with the use of MCP, can we write back to Jira or Azure to create user stories and tasks? Or it will just give us an Excel format and we'll go to Azure and create by ourselves?
No. Where you need to provide your user API key and then you need to just mention the PBA, user story name. That's it. That's enough. Everything it will take care of in the chat prompt.
So I understand it will read the user story in Jira, but can it also create user stories in Jira if I want it to create more stories?
Um, Here from there, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
From there, you can fetch it.
You can only fetch, you cannot write back to
Yes,
Azure or Jira. Okay.
we can't.
Can we create user stories by just giving the requirements into LLM? Can we use
Yes,
LLM?
Yeah, with the help of prompt engineering, we can design that user stories.
Okay.
Okay, then shall we move to the next topic, prompt engineering? Okay, I'm just
Yes.
yeah, sorry. Okay, then I'm just so. Does anyone have any idea about prompt engineering? It's an open discussion, we can say. So, what do
Is
you
it,
think about?
yeah, is it about how you prompt to get the expected result?
So, tell me about like what do you mean like prompt? So, in do we real life are we using any prompts?
I think when we ask questions to ChatGPT, it's like prompting.
Exactly the same way. Most of the people who are right now, we are utilizing ChatGPT, the AI leverage, we are doing that. But the thing is, we don't know we are using the prompt. The prompt is nothing but whatever you are typing in the ChatGPT, that is the prompt. Okay. So I have created one PPT so that it will give you a clear idea on what is prompt engineering. Just a minute. So how many of you think like right now we are utilizing the prompt engineering, right? So what type of prompts we are using in our real life till now? Have you ever questioned yourself that I'm giving the question, I'm prompting it, I'm giving the question that ChatGPT. Sometimes you may feel that you are not getting the answer properly. Have you ever questioned that why it is happening? What is the reason?
It's
Might
that
be it's not.
maybe we are not querying properly, means we are not providing the correct input.
It is one of the reason.
Is it because we are not giving the context for proper context to understand what exactly we want?
Yeah, it is also one of the reason. So mostly the guys, whatever saying you are saying is from every corner, it is correct answer because we don't know how to leverage the prompt engineering, how to write the prompts in a more effective way. So right now we are utilizing in way like just give me a like AI chatbot. I want this, I want that in such a way so that from the capabilities of that it is giving in straightforward. Now today we are going to learn what kind of prompts we need to work in our real time working scenarios so that not in working life also in time real time scenarios as well so that you will get a better response and better output. Okay, first of all let me explain what prompt engineering is like. Prompt engineering is the art of designing and refining instructions for AI models to generate useful, accurate, and context awareness outputs. So yeah, you can see it's a key for unlocking the potential of language models, LLMs. From LLMs, we want to generate the correct answers, right? Well-crafted prompts helps in unlock the full potential of language models. So let us see what exactly they are like. Why does prompt engineering matter? Maximize AI accuracy, enables tailored outputs, efficient troubleshooting. So these are all like stuff. Now we are going to enter into what type of prompts. Most important prompting techniques. In real life, we are having hundreds of prompting techniques out there. But in daily day-to-day usage and for the office purpose, we have to utilize these four. By knowing or not knowing, most of the people who are using is zero shot prompting. Okay. So total we have been taken in our class for understanding which are more far enough not required. These are the four enough for you to until your life to enjoy like how to leverage the prompt. First one is zero shot prompting. Second one is few shot prompting, chain of thought prompting, iterative prompting. just understand. So most of us, we are just asking the question, directly asking the ChatGPT one question. That is called zero-shot prompting. See, zero-shot prompting definition: directly instruct the AI without providing any samples or context. Task is simpler, widely known. So, like if we have anything like if you want to book a ticket, just you will ask, just book a ticket, or like if I want to understand one concept, tell me what is about agentic AI, tell me what is about LLM, is LLM is doing or not. We are just asking one word liners or one questions. This is like just you are giving one question without not background data or anything. So it will understand something and it will give the answer, which is right now you are doing in your lifetime for the first onwards when the ChatGPT has been initialized. So how many of you are doing zero shot prompting till now?
Mostly by everyone.
Yeah, we mostly do
Yeah,
zero prompt, I think. Yeah.
mostly we are doing 99% of the people are doing zero shot prompting. Now, after this class, definitely you are going to change your view of thought and how to make a prompt. Definitely you will see the results differently. Okay, this is zero shot prompting. There is nothing to use. When we have a direct question to ask, at that time you will getting the zero shot prompt. Next one is few shot prompting. Okay, now you will provide the AI with several examples with inputs and desired outputs. So example, you can consider that apple, which means it's a fruit, carrot, which means vegetable, banana, what is example. So in the same way, example two, money. If you give money, sorry, bank means money you are giving, river means water, apple means fruit. So in our way of thinking, what exactly we are thinking when it has to be used when the task is complex. At that time, we need to prepare that and we have to make it try in understanding such a way. That is few short prompting. Like we are going to give the examples. From that same pattern, if we ask any question, it has to understand and it has to give an answer. So mostly if you try this kind of questions, you will get the same answers because it has already trained. But when it is like a task complex, logical things will be there. At that kind of situation, we need to make the giving the better examples so that mostly we will get a few shot prompting. Okay. Moving to the next one is chain of thought prompting. So when we are going to guide the AI step by step to induce reasons and detailed responses, meaning when there is a reason or calculations is there. So maybe if we ask, we have given one of the code, we have designed, we are getting some errors in a code. So we want to understand where exactly the code issue is coming. So we are going to keep the entire code in our LLM, like LLM models, and we are going to ask, let me explain step by step where exactly I want to understand where the error has been came. So that is like chain of thought. When you are doing that, it will understand. Or else, if there is something you want to design a thing, you want to plan something, like test cases or something, you have to design everything. You have to update the prompt, and later you have to say, make it step by step accuracy for understanding purpose. Then what it will do exactly, it will make a step by step process. So can we go with one example in the real time? Maybe you are not getting that. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one, what we have been discussed, zero shot prompting, right? So it's a direct question. No need to ask anything. Tell me what is chart GPT. This is a direct question. Zero shot prompting. I am not asking any deep in this one. Just a simple question. It gave an answer. Okay, fine. This is zero shot prompting. And what about uh, few shot promptings? Consider this pattern and give me the answer. I'm telling that So I will ask bank equal to money, then river equal to later apple equal to. Here, the complex thing I want to make it is river in my sense. Sorry, apple in my sense. I may think it has to come in such a way like tree or seeds or something. But let us see how it is going to give the answer. Definitely, it is going to give the fruits, and we have to try in such a way. We need to make it here. We are breaking the patterns. It is taking the pattern. Now you can say I am considering apple as a seed. In such a way, if in ongoing, if you are going to make a patterns more complex, you can keep in such a way and you can get the answers in few shot prompting. Coming to next one, chain of thoughts. So uh, chain of thoughts is like a simple, you want to go step by step, like how you are going to keep it. I'm going to the new chart where I'm going to ask maybe I have there are 50 students, 10 members got paid, 20 members have 90 marks. And not like that. Let me think of it. Go with the same flow. If John has 5 marks and eats 2, how many are left? Go with step by step. See how it has been given. These are the basic way of using the chart this prompt engineering for chain of thought prompting. In our reality life, when we are going to debug our code, we need to keep our code here and we are going to go with the step by step debug and let me know what exactly it means. Okay, mostly it is useful for logical reason, multiple step definitions when the where is some kind of calculations or complexity is there. We will utilize the chain of thought prompting. And the next one is iterative prompting. Let me showcase here. So this is iterative prompting. 90% we are going to utilize in our daily uses in the office. So iterative prompting means asking the model again and again, improving the answer step by step. Consider that you have been designed one code where the application has to be displayed in such a way. Now you have been created one initially one prompt saying that I want to design a RAG application where I want to see, or else you can say I'm going to design a test case generator where I want to see test cases has to be taken, like where it should be some text box, and also at the same there should be some output where I need to enter that, and from there the test cases has to be generated. You have given that. When you have seen the output, maybe you are not happy. You said, okay, 50% I have been reached. What exactly it is missing? You need to think of. And again, you are going to reiterating the prompt saying that, okay, now it is coming 50%. Next, what I'm going to do, I need to add the test types. What test types I have to add on? You should add on. Then again, it will take it. Now it has been there. Now you want to integrate some more functionalities like where I want to utilize the AI, open AI key. I have in the backend, I am giving the AI key in the code itself. I don't want to do it. I want to do it in the UI itself. where I have to paste it. When I click on run, the test case has to be get generated. In such a way, we are reiterating like what exactly the output we have to see. Sometimes we are not very sure what the output it is going to get. So that by seeing the results, we are going to change our mind and we are re-asking the prompting to get the better efficient prompt. So this is called iterative prompting. Clear till now? Okay. Mostly will come with the, we will go with the own iterative prompting and chain of thought prompting. So, the reasoning. Well, what are the best practice for prompt engineering? First, the role. Who is the AI? We need to define the role. Without defining, it won't understand. Consider that there are n number of data has been there in the LLM. So out of that, we have to give one specific role for the LLM to understand. Like consider you are a great QA architect and you have been expertise in designing test cases. Okay, if you are giving the role, it will understand, okay, I myself as a QA architect am great in designing the test case. On the next one onwards, when you are asking anything, it will consider itself as a QA architect and it will give the answers accordingly. So here the definition is like we are defining the personal identity the AI should take while answering. Why it matters? Helps the model adapt the right tone, expertise level, and context. So if we ask anything, you are a friendly travel agent, act as a senior software developer, you are an IELTS speaking examiner. We are giving the role itself. So by taking the role, it will understand and it will provide the expected answers for the upcoming one. Okay. And the next one is like task, the most important thing. So you have provided the role. Then what task it has to do? You have to clearly describe. Okay. Now we are considering as a we are going to get generated test cases where you can say clearly describe the goal or objective in the prompt. What exactly task we are saying it. Like this is the story I am having, user story from the PV I have been collected, and for this I want to write the test cases. Okay, in what patterns you have to say this is the pattern. In such a way I have to write test scenario, test case, actual result, expected result, and from I have to cover all the test types like positive testing, negative testing, corner testing, edge testing. All this I need to cover. Then after that, what exactly it has to provide? We have to give a task clearly. There should be limited to I want each 5 test cases. We have to be very vague and very clear on what we are asking in the task. If we miss something, it won't. It is going to give the answer or generated in such a way. Okay. Summarize this article in 3 bullet points to answer the sentence. So how we have given examples. Find the bugs in the given Java code. This is task. And the third one is requirements. What are the expectations or rules? So mention any constraints, formats, or quality criteria that should be followed. Why it matters, makes the response more structured and useful. So if you are saying that you are generating the test cases, but the test case it is giving a story of 10 lines or 20 lines, will you going to accept and say this is my test case? No. So you have to say the test case which you are designing, it has to be very concise. Okay, and the requirements from where you are taking mention that it has to be in such a format. While you are designing, I want it in the format of Excel. From Excel only or CSV, I need to get generated from that. I will download it. In such a way, we are going to give the requirements. And the next one is instructions. How to do it step by step. You are going to give instruction. If the task is complex, guide the AI with step by step instructions or logic. Why it matters, prevents errors and encourages. Sometimes there are hallucinations. So we need to avoid. So what from the prompting? Prompting plays one of the 50% role in eliminating the hallucinations by giving the instructions saying that, sorry, someone is there. I missed. Hello. Okay. Guys, I'm clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where yeah. Coming to the instructions, where hallucinations plays major one of the 50%, sorry, the prompting plays major 50% role in eliminating the hallucinations. In the instructions, we are going to say while coming to the RAG, take whatever the answers which are coming from to the LLM, we are guiding that take the documents where it has been ingested in the local itself or whatever the provided documents in the DB. From there only you have to give the answer. If it was not there in the DB, just keep a message. It is out of my scope. It was not in my DB. Sorry, I'm unable to provide. In such a way, we will write a instruction there and we can see it. When you have been search for any answer, if it is not giving that answer, this is going to show it. Okay. So this is the play of instruction, how instructions will help. And finally, full example putting all together, like the prompt. First one is role. Consider I have given the instruction as a nutrition. You are a nutrition. Analyze the following diet plan. I have given a task. Requirements. Ensure your response, including daily calorie count, missing nutrients, and solution requirements. First, explain your analysis process, then provide a table with solutions. When we have given this, it is going to define how we are expecting in a clear and context way. So this is like a full example of what exactly we need to get from the prompt. This is one way of giving the answers, but we have one structurized framework. Tomorrow we can discuss on the framework, what exactly framework where outside in the production environments we're utilizing. Or else if you want to do, we can use the role type as well. Okay, clear? Any have any questions? Hello.
It's clear.
Am I going too fast? Please let me know. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know, or else we can wind up the call and tomorrow we can discuss on the frameworks and I will show you the live scenario how we can generate the test cases by using the framework.
So Jayant, are we going to cover the security part also, like in like kind of security testing when it comes to AI models?
Security testing in the means we will utilize from the prompting layer only.
Yeah, making sure that the AI systems does not give any dangerous output, something like
Yeah,
that.
that is hallucinations where we are covering with the RAG. RAG is going to control the hallucinations. From the prompting side also, we are going to do the controlness of that. And also we are having guardrails. Guardrails is the part where it will stop the offending words and we have the sentiment analysis for that one.
Okay. But hallucination is different, right? My
Yeah,
understanding is that see, if
hallucinations
when
completely different.
okay, so dangerous output is different. See, hallucination is the output looks correct, but it is not correct, right?
No, I will let you know what is the difference of hallucination. Suppose if you have there is a data, everything has been structured, and you have been asked to generate test case or something. You ask one question. Just take an example. What is the capital of India? Just I'm giving an example. If you ask what is the capital of India, it is supposed to say Delhi. But what if it gives the answer as New York? That is hallucination. Okay.
Uh, that
Thinking out of the box and giving the answer is the hallucination, which is not in the database. Okay, which is not in the database and it is giving wrong answers. If thinking on its own and giving some answers to make you pleased, that is considered as hallucinations. Other and the other one you are talking about is a giving wrong output that is completely handled by the prompting by using prompt techniques.
uh, okay. Recently, I heard something that see, I think in European countries, one boy was talking to the AI. He told that tool that my parents are not allowing me to spend more time on the screen. So the tool replied and said like, you can kill your parents.
Okay. Uh, we are not sure
So I
about
think
that tool, like how it
no,
has
we
been
were not
designed.
sure, but at least like so somebody has to test that tool, like just to make sure that those dangerous responses are not given.
And depends upon the chart, how it has been chart, the way it has been described, the
Uh-huh.
complete chart prompting, it will understand the psychology of a person and it will give the answers because the chart GPT has been designed in such a way to please the users. Okay, whatever you say, it is not going to say, hey, you are wrong. No, it won't say. Definitely, it will going to please you. If you say something, given your wrong answer, it will say, yes, Dilip, you are correct. You have to make small corrections where we have to ask in a different way as well. If you are talking with a chat GPT or if you are
Correct,
using any
correct. Yes,
prompts.
you're right. You're right. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yeah, correct. Yes, yeah. Okay. Thanks, Jan.
yeah. Okay, guys. I'm just winding up. If you have any questions, please let me know, or else I will wind it up. Considering as you know, tomorrow we can start working on different frameworks.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thanks for your time.
Is today's recording also available?
Yeah, recordings are available. You can check with the admin team. They are going to provide to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Like, though I'm attending fifth class, but though I missed it, it's very reachable. Like, I liked it, your session.
Yeah, definitely it will be reachable for each and every person. Even if you see also, you'll get an idea on completely what is the family of AI, what exactly it will be. That's it.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone.